Good evening and welcome to the Two Tough Nuts podcast. Today is Thursday, February 13th, 2025. So tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and I thought I'd take the opportunity tonight to talk about love and kind of the significance of Valentine's Day. So I was supposed to be on a different show this evening, and we had some technical difficulties, so that show fell through. And my co-host Chance is out of town. He's actually in DC this weekend. So it's just me. And I thought I would share my thoughts on love and also kind of go over Valentine's Day. And I think for me personally, love, I think, is more than a feeling. I think love is a choice. I think you have to choose to love people. And it took me a long time to really understand this concept. And I think the lines get blurred sometimes between love and lust. It's easy to, start a relationship, get to know someone, kind of connect in the beginning, maybe whether it's through attraction or common interest. And a lot of times that is mistaken for love when in theory it's really lust. And, lust is considered one of the seven deadly sins. The flesh in all of us is really strong. It's a primal or even carnal instinct to be attracted to someone and want to act on those feelings. So obviously there's different forms of love. When getting back into love, when you have a child, that love you have for your child is unconditional because you're always going to love your child. But I do think you have to make a choice on certain occasions to love them. If your child's acting in a way that you're not pleased with, or maybe they do something that you don't agree with as they get older, when kids make poor decisions, especially in the teenage years, I think sometimes you still have to, choose to love them. Even though that love might be unconditional, you're still going to have to make it a choice to love them and show them that you're going to be there for them. And that's hard, man. It's hard as a parent to choose to love your child, I think, sometimes, especially when they do things that you definitely don't agree with, whether it's drugs, alcohol, theft, things of that nature, and they get in trouble with the law. You'd still have to make that choice to love them and parent them in a way that deserve to be parented. But we're getting a little off topic what I want to focus on. So I want to focus on love and Valentine's Day. And my son is 6 years old. He's in first grade, and we were talking about Valentine's Day today because he has a party tomorrow. And of course he's a kid, so he expects to get something for Valentine's Day. And I got him a stuffed animal, a little teddy bear, and I got him some candy. And Shelly got him something for Valentine's Day. And I know he's got a big class party tomorrow, so he'll get to pass out Valentine's. And that was always fun as a kid. But he said something today that was funny for a 6-year-old. He said that Valentine's Day should not be the only day that you love someone. You should love them every single day. And I think where he was going with that was, if you're in a relationship and you have a significant other, you should love them every day and treat them in a way that is special every day, not just one day a year on Valentine's Day. A lot of people see Valentine's Day as a day to buy candy and flowers and go out to dinner. And it's, they also see it as a Hallmark holiday. Some people use Valentine's Day as kind of an excuse to treat their woman. I'm going to speak from the guy's perspective, obviously, because it's me talking here. But they use that as a day to go on a date or to do something special with their significant other. And I personally am one of these guys that's always been a hopeless romantic. I've always been big on gifts and I want to make people feel special. So there is pressure with Valentine's Day, but I've always kind of seen the significance in it. But I agree with my son. I think you should make a person feel loved all the time. And I've not always done a good job of that. I've tried to do a better job of that here in the last year and a half, by doing little things, by trying to put my girlfriend above my needs and put her first and not just focus on myself. And I think that is a choice. I think that is not an emotion. You have to make a conscious effort to do those things. And but I do think Valentine's Day should be special. And we're going to go out. We're going to go to dinner, and I still want to treat her special. But I think in a relationship, you need to make a conscious effort. And guys, we kind of beat up on you on this show a little bit, but there's so many men out there that don't make that effort, that don't put forth the energy it takes or the effort it takes to make their woman feel special. And guys, I get it. I mean, you've been in a relationship for a long time, or you're married, things get comfortable, you bring kids into the picture, it becomes more challenging. It's harder to put your spouse first when you've got kids, or you've got a job, or you've got other things. Maybe you're taking care of your parents that might be getting older. So there's a lot of things that come into play. But according to the Bible, and Paul talks about this in Ephesians, as a husband, the wife should always come first, and then the children. And that's a hard thing to do. But I do think, and let me back up for a second, God comes first, then you put your wife in the next position. So as a husband, you want to honor your wife, but also you want to honor God first. And I think if you can follow that, it's going to lead to a healthier relationship. Me personally, I've never been in a marriage like that. I never put God first in my marriage. And I put my kids above my spouse. I didn't put her first. And ultimately, I'm a product of a failed marriage, 2 failed marriages. And now that I have kind of worked on myself and really evaluated how I live my life, I am trying to do a better job of putting others before me. But in a dating relationship, it's different because you're bringing kids into a relationship. So you have to find a balance. And I still want to make my girlfriend Shelly feel special, but I also have to make sure that the needs of my kids are met. So it is challenging when you're dating, but talking in a marriage scenario, I think you have to find that balance also where the spouse is going to come first. And I'm not an expert, guys. I'm not a marriage counselor. I'm not a therapist. I'm just talking on personal experience and stories that I hear. I work with people all day. I hear all kinds of things. And as a trainer, sometimes you play the role as a behavior modification coach. You hear things from people, which is good because they feel comfortable. And I'm not going to share any of those personal testimonies on our show, but I will say I work with a lot of women. I have a lot over the years, and unfortunately, I hear things about. Basically, I hear what husbands aren't doing, and guys, we have to do a better job of honoring our women and putting them first. This little show tonight is going to be short. It's not about beating you guys up. I'm just kind of sharing my thoughts, and because I'm solo tonight, I would encourage you to comment on this episode, especially guys. I want you to comment and provide some feedback. Ladies, if I'm talking, out of context, correct me and feel free to put input on here. But the bottom line is, man, I think we need to do a better job of loving and protecting our women. And protecting doesn't always mean being able to physically take care of a threat. It means making them feel safe. It means taking charge when the time is right, doing the small things, making them feel special, and treating them kindly and respecting them, making them feel like you're always going to be there for them. So don't just look at Valentine's Day as the one day a year where you go buy flowers for your wife or your girlfriend, or the one day a year where you take your wife or your girlfriend out to dinner. Find little things you can do for them. Something as simple as take their car to get the oil changed. or the tires rotated so they don't have to mess with it. And I know a really good mechanic that can do that for you. Jesse down in College Grove, he's the man to go see for that. So guys, there's your opportunity to take care of your lady's vehicle. Go fill their gas tank up. Go wash the car for them. Vacuum it out. And I'm focusing on vehicles, but there's little things you can do. Unload the dishwasher, wash the dishes, take the kids to school, make the kids lunches, just small things to take some pressure off your significant other. And that doesn't mean that you're going to always enjoy doing those things. Obviously, you're not going to walk around and just be, their personal butler or their assistant, but try to work as a team. Try to step up, take some of the burden off of your spouse or your girlfriend, partner, what have you, and be an asset, guys. Don't be a liability. Don't expect your wife or your girlfriend to be your mommy. There's too many men that look to their women to be their mommies, and that's not what their role is. They're there to support you, to love you, and you don't want to lose their respect, guys. And I'm going to share this. I've heard, firsthand from more than one woman. If a woman loses respect for you guys, there's no coming back. You can't earn that back. Don't lose it. Hang on to it. And the way you hang on to it is by making them feel special, treating them with kindness, being loving, and being gentle, letting them know that you're going to be there for them, that you can protect them, that they're safe, and that you're not going to betray them. They can't do everything, guys. You've got to step it up. Please, guys, listen to me. Do not lose that respect. I've heard from more than one woman in the last month that they are considering a divorce. And one of the things that keeps playing over in these conversations is they do not respect their husband. Guys, don't lose it. Trust me. You do not want to be on the other side of a failed marriage, because guys, the deck is stacked against us. I don't care what anybody says about the divorce process. I'm in the state of Tennessee, and from what I've seen and what I've experienced, the court systems here favor the woman. So I'm not going to get into divorce too much, but I'm just saying, guys, don't lose that respect. Be a team player. Be an asset. Don't be a liability. Love is kind. Love is gentle. And love is patient. It takes work, but work in a good way. And love is a choice. Like and subscribe to our channel. Two Tough Nuts. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And until next time, take care and happy Valentine's Day.